Okay. What is your name?
Silvia Ciotti,
Okay. And what year were you born?
July 18, 1919,
Okay. And where were you born?
Manhattan, New
Okay.
York City.
Where specifically? What street?
107-9 Sullivan Street.
Okay.
Sullivan Street.
Oh, all right. And what was that like growing up on
It was
Sullivan Street?
great.
Yeah.
Nice life.
Okay.
Hard work.
Okay. So, what would be like a normal day for you?
Normal day when
Yeah.
I was a kid.
Yeah.
Well, when I was about, let me see, 13,
Mhm.
12, 13.
Okay.
My mother used to did flowers, artificial flowers at home.
Okay.
And 7:30, I used to be ready to bring the box back to the factory on Broadway, so I could get new flowers for her to work on.
7:30 a.m.
Yeah,
Oh, gee.
because I had to get ready to go to school,
Okay.
and I did that quite a few months.
All right.
And one morning, I had this big box, and this man said to me, "What are you doing out at this hour of the morning?
Uh-huh.
The box is bigger than you." And I said, "Oh, I have to bring flowers to the factory so I could get more for my mother to work on."
Oh, okay. Well, what was hold on one second. Mom, can you please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Are you done banging and crashing?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I can edit this out. Okay, so I remember you told me a story about you and I think it was Gino when you were on the docks
Oh, yeah.
and
We
there
used
was
to, yes.
somebody
yes.
trying to chase you. You were getting firewood.
Well, when I was about 14, 15, we used to wait until factories were all closed.
Mm-hmm.
That would be about maybe 9, 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And my brother and I would get ready to go to the factories to get some wood.
Okay.
So I would carry the hatchet,
Right.
and my brother would carry the rope. He was a year younger than me.
Yeah.
About a year.
Okay.
Well, anyway, and when we used to find the cricks to break them and tie them,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was a watchman that used to go around
Mm-hmm.
to protect that, to see that all the factories, the doors were closed, nobody was going in,
Right.
night guards they were.
Mhm.
And they used to carry clubs. They weren't scared to hit you on the head if they saw you.
Even if you were a kid, they didn't
Oh
care.
yes, they weren't scared.
Yeah.
And when I used to see them or hear them,
Right.
we used to find a cardboard box and hide
Mhm.
in it. And then you say to my brother, "Don't talk and read very slow,
Wow.
because if they find us, they're going to hit us." And that's how we did it. Yeah. And then we get home, maybe 10:30,
Mhm.
11,
Right.
and we go to bed.
Huh.
But today you can't do that. It's very dangerous to be out. And then my father used to go down at the dock when he knew the coal used to come in on the conveyors. So him and I, not every time, but once in a while I go with him. And we hide under the conveyors.
Mhm.
If the coal came off the conveyors, that's how we used to take them and put them in the potato sack bags.
Wow.
And there you had to be very careful because they would kill you if they saw you do that. So I don't know how we got away with not being seen, But we used to come, my father used to carry a big, nice sized bag of coal on his shoulder for the winter, on and off. But I didn't go every time with him, once in a while, because I used to get scared for him. I didn't want nobody to hurt him.
Sure.
And, no, it wasn't easy. Everything was hard work.
Right.
There was not very little money. And you did the best you can because everybody was in the same position,
Right.
working, taking homework at home, and taking care of children. Don't forget, we were 6 children.
This was piecework, basically, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and we used to do that. Yeah, my mother made nice money sitting at the table, but don't forget, she was at that table at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
So nobody got too much sleep.
No.
You were up and working.
Yeah. And you did the best. You didn't think of those things. You think it was normal. You had to do that.
Right.
And then when the twins came, my mother was not a well woman. She had a bad heart, and she took me out of the doctor made a note for the teacher that my mother needed me at home. I was in my 7th grade in school, and I left school.
So she just pulled you right out of school.
Yeah, and it was permissible.
Yeah.
Because there was no rules then,
So there wasn't any child labor laws back then.
And I thought it was normal because I used to wash, take the children out in the carriage because my mother never went out.
Mm-hmm.
No, only on the Sunday to go to Mass. Yeah. So we did shopping, whoever was able to go shopping, take care of the kids, lived in 3 rooms, 8 people. Yeah, and they weren't big rooms either, but we did it. Then we moved we were on the 4th floor, then we moved on the 5th floor with 4 rooms. But it was too hard for my mother to walk up and down those steps when she had to go out. And we had to move to Bedford Street, 1416 Bedford Street. And I cried so much when I left Sullivan Street because I loved that street. And I loved the apartment we were in.
So what was the community like? Was it mostly Italian?
Yeah, Italians. We had Jewish people. We had Irish people. What else did we have? That I remember, that's all. Mostly Italian on my block, anyway.
So mostly lower class immigrant.
Yeah.
Population.
All of them were immigrants, right. from Europe. But I don't remember. I just remember one Jewish girl when I was going to school.
Mm-hmm.
Her father was a doctor, and she used to dress so beautiful, because they were in a position that they had money, but she was nice. And that I remember on my block, just the Italians. There was an Irish, but dialects, no, not many different. Yeah.
And, okay, so what was your father's name, your mother's name, and where did they come from, and how did they meet?
My mother's name is Maria Ricci. My father was Angelo Etrie. They both came from Genoa.
Okay.
And they met in New York City because my mother was working at a restaurant. And my father used to go there to eat every night. And he liked my mother. And the lady that owned the restaurant said to my father, "You like her? You want to marry her?" And he said, "Yes." And that's how they got married.
Easy.
Yeah, but they were both orphans.
Right.
They hadn't. They were just living with family. My father used to live with a family that he just had to take. He used to work like a horse, taking care of the vineyard.
Right.
And my mother lived with a nice family, but when you get to be 17 or 18, you have to decide whether you want to adopt these children.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, you have to let them go.
Okay.
And that's it.
Oh, all right. So they came over on the boat.
Yeah,
They didn't
so
have an option.
yeah.
Wow.
And my father lived a little time in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Then he came to New York City.
Okay.
And he used to sleep in back of the stores on crates, not even mattresses. Yeah,
That's
what a
crazy.
time that was.
Yeah, seriously.
Tough time. But I had great parents. Lovable, good, and caring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were. Very good parents.
That's good.
And that's it.
All right. So I'll just ask one more question. Maybe we'll tomorrow we'll do some more if you want to. So I just maybe this is a little too soon, but there was a one story about you sneaking up on that girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cunningham?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a bright girl.
Okay.
Very smart.
Yeah.
But she used to make trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one time, I can't remember what she did to me. But it must have been something real bad.
Yeah.
Because I got her after school. I beat her up for 2 blocks. And then when I was finished with her, I said, "If you tell anybody, I'll wait for you again." Yeah. And when I got home, I told my mother.
Sure.
She said, "Now they're going to call me in the school." But they never did.
Oh, yeah.
They never did.
Advice.
Never.
Yeah.
And she was in my class.
Mm-hmm.
But she never bothered me no more.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to say to the teacher, "You pick the smartest one to watch the class. Get the worst person to watch the class.
Yeah.
Not the smartest person.
Yeah.
Because the one that's bad, he'll make sure you don't do anything bad." When the teacher used to meet for something,
Yeah.
And,
So you had to grow up quick in the 1920s, 30s on Sullivan Street.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It went out now.
Let me see. Oh no, it's still going.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't worry about it.
And
But maybe, yeah. So
we'll start tomorrow.
yeah, we'll do tomorrow.
Okay. Keith.
All right. No, you're welcome. I hope that came out good.
Well,
I'm gonna edit all this too.